Hi, Miguel. Come on in. How you doing? I'm Byron.
Good, Miguel. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, sir. So, have you had a hearing test before?
I have. I took one recently about 2.5 months ago.
And did they recommend hearing aids? Or?
They did, and then my insurance company actually recommended me to come here.
Perfect.
That's what brings me here today.
Did they explain how it works with your insurance company when they made the appointment?
Not really.
Okay. So essentially, you're coming here, and if you need hearing aids, we'll process everything, but you wouldn't be buying them from us. So you're going to be buying them from your insurance company with their discounts in place. And so they've sent me a list of prices for the hearing aids that are much better than our prices because they include your benefit. Once we do the hearing test, I'll explain how that works. But the hearing test itself, did the doctor explain it to you?
Briefly, but
All right, well, I'll go over that real quick, and so you have a better understanding of what you're looking at when you come out, and I think it'll help you make sense of everything.
good one.
All right, Miguel, so it does look a lot like the one that I drew here. You see the red line is your right ear, blue is your left ear, the low frequencies you hear close to normal, and the higher frequencies are harder to hear. When I gave you the words, when you heard them at the proper volume, you heard them very well. So I would absolutely recommend hearing aids. The insurance company actually sent me over a list. So you have 4 options. The top one is called an XD9. Your total out of pocket would be $3,200. And as they go down in price by $1,000 every level. And the difference between these correlates to this chart here. The reason these are more expensive is they work much better in noisy places or places where it's hard to hear, which is where you have the most trouble.
Yeah.
As they get less expensive, these would work fine in a room like this, but wouldn't work as well at a restaurant. They're not as good at filtering out the background noise. And it has a lot more to do with your lifestyle than your hearing loss, which ones you need. If they didn't have a price tag, these are the best ones. So the total out of pocket would be $3,200. And if you would like, we can order them on your insurance company's portal, and they'll be here in about a week and a half.
So quick question. How bad would you consider my loss?
It would be considered a moderate to severe high frequency sensory neural hearing loss. Meaning sensory neural, it's not a physical problem, your eardrums are intact, everything's good, it's just a nerve damage. It's very normal just from living your life, getting older, being around loud music and stuff like that. But for your age, it's very normal.
Now, would one of the more affordable options be sufficient based on my loss?
Absolutely. So the second one down, it would absolutely work. And if I told you that was the only option, I think you would probably like it. That being said, if you wore the better one for a month and then I swapped them, you would want the better one back. The better the hearing aid is, the less you have to think about it. Like this one adapts to your environment. If you walk into a restaurant, it lowers itself and the microphones try to focus on things you want to hear and not amplify things you don't want to hear. Where like the basic ones, I wouldn't recommend at all for you because you don't have a problem in a room like this. Your problem is where there's noise.
All right, let's go with the best one.
I like it.
All right.
All right, Miguel. So I've got the hearing aids pulled up on their portal. The total's going to be $3,200. Would you like to pay with a card?
Yeah, we could do
Because
card.
once we pay, then they'll send us the hearing aids, but we can't. Thank you. Now, before we do this, the only other cost associated with it, because you're not buying the hearing aids from us, you're buying it from your insurance company. There is a charge for the appointments. With your plan, it comes with 3 free follow-up adjustments after your delivery. And then after those 3 appointments are exhausted, it would be $75 per appointment. And we offer a service plan where it's $4.99 for 3 years of unlimited appointments, but that's not a decision you have to make now because the next 3 appointments are included with your plan. Does that sound good?
How often would I be coming in for appointments, do you think?
Normally, so once you get the hearing aids, which will be in about 2 weeks, we would set a follow-up appointment for you to come in about 2 or 3 weeks later. Because when you get them, you have to adjust, wear them, and then we'll turn them up. And then once they're loud enough, like after the first few appointments, turning them up to where they should be, a lot of people come in about every 3 months to have them cleaned. or that's something you could do yourself, where I'll give you a website where you can order the domes and material and have it shipped to you, and we'll show you how to do that.
Okay.
So good?
Sounds good.
All right. Sale.